Welcome to the Hermitcraft RECAP. My name is Pixelriffs, our writer is LoyXP, and maybe putting your riches in a very public place for all to see is not the best idea on a server where they get stolen every other season. But apparently the Hermits chose this week to put the flex into flexible work environment, as various methods of displaying your hard-grifted diamond blocks spring up among the bottoms, big eyes, and octagons of the world.
It's gonna be beautiful. Even Cypher's here for this moment.
I like your style, man.
Yeah.
The Big Eyes town has the most heartwarming approach, with B-dubs setting up a village cookie jar for their diamonds. Considering that cookie jars are notoriously stolen from, we see this going well.
That's embarrassing. That's not uplifting at all.
Profits at Octagon aren't through the roof yet, but they are on the roof as Rendog lays out the Goat Dog duo's finances on the lid of their new HQ. And to jolt the spirit of competition, Botom's diamond display is split for every singular member in several hourglasses. Though of course Grian's one is the fullest, both because he's the one who knew to fill it, and because the heir to diamond distribution there might be a smidge uneven.
A bit sus here, Grian, pretending you're spilling over with diamonds. Might be completely empty, but it's empty with honesty. Wait, I'm not sure if that actually makes any sense.
But as the corpse flaunt their riches, the Evil Emporium offers a new corpse to collect, given that the derp coin block is also made of rotten flesh. Will the server embrace their new form of shiny when their ways are so rooted in diamonds? Either way, let's take a look at all the events and mishaps that occurred on the Hermitcraft server this week.
Are you okay, X?
Never
Just in
okay.
general. I mean, I know that, but, you know, it's nice to ask.
Starting with XB Crafted, who checks the derp coin staking HQ to find the cryptocurrency just got even more cryptic. Having filled the hopper with dirt last week, he finds the output barrel starting to accumulate the already trademarked dirt coin.
Oh, baby. Wait. Oh, that's freaking great.
Unsure what to do with this dirty money, and with the tourist information kiosk not providing any help, he returns to his base to appreciate the slaughter of cod-faced men around his statuesque worm attack.
Oh, drippy drip. Oh, that's gruesome.
It's not a moment too soon, because Cleo pops over to survey the carnage for herself and gets a new commission for some mech suits on their way to dealing with the Worm Queen. Finding its warped image competing in the market, the derp coin takes a turn for the square. Azumavoid still has trouble introducing the derp coin block to the masses, though progress is sure to come once the Evil Emporium tightens its grip on the economy. Another custom texture for the pile is the custom journal variant to be sold out of Wells Knight's bookstore. Ijevin too helps out, raising a tower for the Derpire, the Derp Empire leaders, to gather at. But as the Emporium rises, so does the quaint alpine village right by it, which Azuma's been pouring hours into on stream and throughout the season.
And behold it we shall. This thing looks great from all angles, and soon it will have another building over there, even bigger to dwarf this one, which dwarfs those buildings. Yeah, we're really going ham with the building.
Under the watchful eye of Zombie Cleo, Joe Hills goes back to moving around more bits of the castle so they can make geometric sense. But now Cleo has to take over to detail the windows. She distracts Joe with the task Cubfan135 gave her last week, convincing Joe to write a poem about Cub's Dripstone Canyon.
I don't think I need to threaten you. I think if I ask, it's something you would want to do.
Is it show you all my progress on the windows? The windows.
I mean,
look up at the sky and the walls, Zombie Cleo.
To get poetic inspiration flowing, Joe finds the charged creeper that could have been used to threaten him, and while staring death in the face wasn't an option, he stares death in the knees instead while he writes. Reuniting with Cleo, who's now added tiny blocks to every window she could find, Joe presents the poetry shortlist, which is worth watching to get some culture in your life.
I still eat. I have to. We all have to eat. I eat food or order it made and it waits briefly on a plate of some sort or another, but it's never a meal. It's self-medication.
The victim of the poeticism, Cubfan, does more work on the aforementioned canyon, which would be the other victim now that we think about it. Though the expanded range of upwards dripstone does not suffer any more word violence than the Drip Leaf Spleef minigame Cub builds. It's Leaf Spleef, everybody. Spleef, if you will. We're still unsure if he just did that for the pun, so let's just move on to the pickle farming room Cub builds to fill in a distinct lack of sea pickles being sold in the market. It's fully automated and decorated as such, so that's very pleasant.
This will get us plenty of sea pickles for the Enchanted Desert. Look at that. Yep, there we go. Alright, so there we have it. Let's see how long it took.
Further spreading the greenery, Gemini Tay redoes parts of her base to be more ponderous, and wireframes some plans for how to build up more cottagecore around the area. The bright colours help with knowing what to build, but maybe the red eyes on the deer statue were a mistake.
Real quick, before anybody notices, it's fine, they're never red.
Home life taken care of, she reaches out to the Swamp Lump Collective, aka Team Froggy Hat, and with False Symmetry and Stress Monster, they engage Phase 2 of the project, which turns out to be a roller coaster ride, or a communication line depending on who you ask, connecting their bases together in a discreet yet exciting manner.
Oh fuck!
Why did you stop? I think... Wait.
Oh, you hit me! I'm coming!
Oh my goodness.
I'm here!
It helps then that False is yet again working overground and building more of the pretty shroom-coloured buildings for the tourists to gawk at. Stress Monster is no stranger to digging at this point, having cleared some terrain around her base for its expansion into something more 3D. Stress certainly has more access to the Y-axis now that she's decided 2 No-Wings medals were enough and has shrugged on her first Elytra of the season.
I feel bad, but it has to be done. I can't live like this no more.
The mega base gets expanded into some glorious side walls, and after a quick tour of the routes around it, Stress takes a leaf out of Gemini Tay's book and starts placing wool wireframes for the builds inside its perimeter. Having straight up bought an idea from Gemini Tay himself, B-Dubs starts reproducing the moon lamps Gem built on the way back to his base. He also has his fair share of wool wireframes to fill, but unfortunately he hasn't had any luck selling stuff out of them.
So let's just start with, we'll get a single diamond in here. And that's, hopefully that gets the point across. Like,
the other businesses in the area might not be to blame, but B-Dubs still doesn't want the Swagon barge sitting in the bay for too long, so he hauls it out of the water on a cliffside crane. And not put off by the lack of traffic, he builds a market area around the community cookie jar, starting with a flash sale for tough blocks. Pearlescent Moon has also noticed business slowing down a little, but she's happy to adapt, moving netherite ingots into her stock and getting rid of the unwelcome customers in the way only Australian ping can.
Honestly, I'm surprised that hasn't blown up yet at this point. Actually, no! I think it had blown up before, and I've just gone and done even more damage, and looks like I've made a hole in my boat.
Moving on to the bigger business decisions, as head of layouts, Pearl lays out some more paths around Boatum Town, relocating their nether portal in the process and adorning it with an adorable scale model of a boat. And if that wasn't enough, she and Corrales scale up the scope of their Cogsworth Manor project, with the aim of designing a dungeon for BOO to lose not only himself, but all of his clocks as well. The area under the mountainside castle is filled with a sewer system, a series of cryptic puzzle rooms, and a mural of the sleep paralysis demon we didn't know we needed.
I think you should use that as a new skin.
No, I'm good.
Let's have a poll in the comment section about.
In any case, BOO dealt way less damage to the dungeon than the last time a hermit invited him over for an escape room. Zedaf is just now recovering from the blast. His laboratory focuses on more docile specimens, the villager tower finally cracks the conditioning circuits, and Zed finds a way to automatically assign a profession to a testificate via redstone and a bit of finagling.
Bam! Check the jobs, no. Bam! Check the jobs, no.
Unfortunately, not all workstations were created equal, and some can't be moved with pistons, but that's where the finagling comes in, really.
Bring you right over to the bed spot, and then when you just stood there being weird, we can open that up, drop you all the way down, ready to be zombified.
Meanwhile, Ijevin's peasants have much nicer looking quarters. Having done a fair bit of building at the slime pit base, Jevin gave them a royal looking hall and gave himself a nice giant slime ball down the central tower.
It's definitely out of the ordinary. That's something that I would probably never do.
At some point it dawns on him that his big shulker box shop does not necessarily provide shulker boxes though, and Jevin departs for the end to return with a couple of live shulkers ready for reproduction. And so, building a farm design with nether portals instantly disposing of the freshly spawned, he's ready to provide the whole server with more storage they can lose their items in. He might want to think twice about picking a fight with Doc M though, because the mad lad has completely rebuilt the wither-based obsidian farm he expected to abandon. This time he knows what went wrong, and a minecart chunk loader is employed to keep the area loaded while he pops into the nether to regenerate the portal.
Why, do I keep on doing that to myself? You could make a chill episode where you don't do anything crazy and break the server. No, can't.
In fact, portal physics get a proper workout this week, as Doc's next task is to create an octagonal nether portal leading to the Octagon shop. The update suppression array and the subsequent process of destroying and rebuilding a portal frame out of copper blocks leave Doc M with a few more grey hairs, but at least it is very on brand.
One Scar with a pickaxe could actually break this portal. If they unwax one of the blocks, Kaling, oh my god, I just thought about that now.
In the meantime, Rendog builds up the official Octagon headquarters, a futuristic tower with a 360-degree view of their business empire. Within it, the two have a board meeting where they discuss their lineup of products, and within it, they pile up their profits to date. This includes Rendog's discovery of the Derp Coin block, and now they're accepting both Diamond and Derp Coin as payment. The duo will find their fortunes stacking up as the season continues.
Wait. If we're talking deals, we've got to go back into the office, dude. Okay?
Right,
listen, there could be ears around here.
Which can't be said about the Big Eyes crew, who might make more diamonds if their bank was a swear jar.
Is this our collective earnings as Team Big Eye? That's embarrassing.
It doesn't help that Tango Tech is giving his iron for no pay for the second time now, with Mumbo showing up in need of even more hoppers.
Have you sold a bunch of iron since?
Well, there actually was quite a few sales there, I must say.
Yes,
so
I reckon it was me. It's definitely my.
There you go. So my advertisement worked on you. That's good. All right.
Luckily, the strings attached mean Mr. Tech gets a carte blanche on advertising within Boatum, and what better way to bother something with boat in the name than with a bunch of actual drowned. Admittedly, they were planned to be zombies at first, but the horde got waterlogged a little too hard. Renamed, equipped with shades, and carrying whatever items and a corporate message, the chosen undead make their way into the sun, but that's where the programming kicks in and they all just congregate at Mumbo's pond. Well, at least Mumbo will be well informed on where he can buy all that iron he gets for free.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say, this did not go as anticipated.
It's the perfect time for Tinfoil Chef to return to Boatum for a short and sweet episode where he actually finds the shop he was looking for, Harmless Harvests. To his credit, he completely ignores the two drowned in the shop and just starts buying stuff, surviving for a couple of minutes before the sun goes down and the drowned close in for the attack.
Hey guys. Oh, you.
After an assist from Impulse, he leaves with the stuff he wanted to buy, but only after trying on the zombie's sunglasses and reflecting on the irony of the shop's name.
Grotanius. Totally to the max.
Throughout this chaos, the proprietor Mumbo Jumbo was away on business, and we see what he was actually doing with all that iron he promoted out of Tango. Mumbo's plan is to build up an automated lava farm to power his baked potato factory, and thus a piston feed tape of cauldrons takes shape over an unoccupied stretch of desert near his ghast farm.
I think it's around about 10 stacks of cauldrons. Here it goes. There goes our pulse.
Having been introduced to and humiliated by Grian's diamond hourglasses over at Boatum, Mumbo gets back to the lava farm, floods it with hot sauce, and starts producing fuel by the bucket load.
This does look really cool.
And finally, there's good times with Scar, and revenge is a dish best served sans serif.
Grian, build here, and Pearl, build here. Big respect goes out to Pearl, Grian, Impulse, and Mumbo for building in the sky, because I've got to say, this was super painful.
Getting to sass back at the Boatum lasts only for a little. Scar is soon avengeanced back at when BOO returns the gem Birch Tree and turns out even loads it with dynamite. Still, as long as he keeps buying from the swag and raft, B-Dubs can throw all the endermites at it he likes. With the servermates sassed, Scar feels encouraged to finish his starter base and really put a lid on it. And really, between custom trees, hidden lore, and well-executed detail, could the place get any more lit?
Is there a skeleton over here? As you can see, I have lit this place to the fullest extent. You couldn't get any more lit.
And that's about it for this week's recap. Our writer is LoyXP, and my name is PixelRiffs. Captions on this video were provided by Liara. Hey, did you know Halloween is on the horizon? Don't you want to watch some fun, spooky games being played? Well, Zloy has started a whole new channel looking into short and fun, scary experiences. So click the annotation you see on your screen to check out the Spoopy Basement, where he'll be uploading throughout all of October. Don't forget to leave a like while you're still here and subscribe so you won't miss future recaps. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.